Dr. Karissa Niehoff's been with us before. She's the executive director of the National Federation of State High School Associations based in Indianapolis, joining us remotely. Boys, an awful lot on your plate, and we're still in summer vacation. We haven't even started school yet. Let's start with the thing I think on every parent's mind as kids get ready to go back to school, and that, of course, is guidance on COVID. Anything new that you all are recommending outside of what we've already been hearing?
Well, it's great to be back with you again. Absolutely, we're very concerned about return to activities with regard to COVID. The Delta variant is a great concern for us all. We are learning that we only have about 25 to 30% of our high school age students as of now that have been vaccinated. So as we see people go back to activity and going back to school, if they're unvaccinated, we really want to pay attention to some of the risk mitigation strategies that we've had in place before.
Yeah.
So we are encouraging people to pay attention to the metrics in their areas. If they have opportunities to vaccinate, please do, to keep everyone safe and get our kids back to activity as soon as possible with that extra added layer of security.
Yeah. Speaking of activities, I remember, I'm dating myself, but I remember when Title IX was first enacted. It's 50 years this year. Talk a little bit about the outrageously enormous impact that Title IX has had on high schools.
Absolutely. So 50 years, I was 5, and that gives that away.
Well, I'm older than that, so I remember.
Yeah. So obviously, Title IX was enacted really to pay attention to equity and opportunity in any educational institution receiving federal funding. What we saw, however, was the biggest optical and programmatic impact was access to sport opportunities for women. So when it was enacted in 1972, we had only about 300,000 young women engaged in high school activities. We now have almost 4 million.
Wow.
So thanks to Title IX for the opportunities that access to funding provided, our NFHS office has launched a year-long celebration. On our website, we've got a free course about what Title IX is. We have a lot of things that are going to be celebrated, moments of magnitude, trailblazers. We're going to have programs throughout the year to really recognize the impact that the Title IX legislation has had specific to access to sport opportunities for young women.
Is there still much work to be done at the high school level?
There is, sure. We still are not equal in terms of participation numbers, but there's an asterisk there.
Yeah.
Football for young men in particular has about 1 million participants. So therein lies the difference in participation numbers.
If you take out football, is it pretty close?
Yeah. So young women, it's about 3.5 million. Young men participating about 4.5 million. And we think that difference really lies in football participation. But is there work to be done? I think yes, from an educational perspective. We are continuing to grow opportunities for young women. We're seeing rises in girls flag football, girls wrestling, girls volleyball has become the #1 sport. So we're getting close. Got to continue to celebrate, educate, and advocate.
All right. One other thing that I think we can handle fairly quickly, it has become a huge thing in college sports now, the name, image, and likeness rulings, NILs they're called. We're not going to see this at the high school level anytime soon, are we?
We hope not. We can't keep our head in the sand. We know that young people have huge social followings. They have athletic talent. They're engaged in out-of-school opportunities through AAU and club programming, and likely engaged with agents. And they will be seeing professional contracts. Right now, no state legislation is talking about professional high school sports.
Right.
So we are continuing to champion and be very loud about the need to protect high school kids wearing high school jerseys from being professionals. So we will fight hard to prevent that from happening, even if those same kids might engage in professional contracts outside of the high school experience.
Right. Okay. Dr. Niehoff, again, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. Dr. Karissa Niehoff.
Thank you. Great to be with you. I hope you all are well.
We also want to thank Mayor McCann, Caitlin Lee, and Judy Blayhut for their helping make us smarter. And thanks to you for taking the time to check us out on the Hilton Head News. We'll be checking you out around our island home this week.